All right, guys, let's get to business because we're going to talk about the same guy we've spoken about 3 out of the last 4 videos. This man here named Murad with the nice long hair. He is the meme coin Jesus at the moment. He's the one sending him all up into flight, into space. He's hitting 60x's, he's hitting 50x's, and he's putting substantial amounts of money in. Actually, just look at this right here. Murad, Murad, which is his name on Twitter, made $23.6 million in just 4 months on one meme coin, SPX, the S&P 6900. 61x return on his money, and he put $387,000 in. So his conviction is strong. We've talked about him a lot. We're not going to go too deep into who he is. Go watch my other videos if you want that. But the latest update in the Morad debacle cycle is Zach XBT, the blockchain detective, the police of the scams in the blockchain world, actually went last night and uncovered 11 wallets that he has high confidence are Murad's tokens. Murad's wallets, which are obviously holding his tokens. How much tokens? $24 million in meme coins on Ethereum and Solana. He's putting his proof here of how we got there. He's actually outlined it here in a second tweet. He says, why does he think these 11 wallets belong to Murad? Well, all of the wallets were funded from the same source on ETH. Okay, pretty incriminating, not like there's a crime here, but it basically means they're all owned by the same person. The funding source is also directly tied to STFX, hard to say because my mouth just wants to say FTX when I read those combination of letters, team address, multi-sig signer, which is Murad's company. Holdings are similar to his posts. For example, this wallet, I believe that's the end 6 or 7 digits of a wallet, bought 7.5 million mini, a meme coin, 1 hour before his conviction list post on July 16, 2024. See image down here. His conviction list must be somewhere here. Yeah, down here, mini down there. When he posted that, it was an hour before he bought the actual meme coin. So this has actually torn the crypto community in two. And so I want to get into his exact portfolio now that we actually know his tokens and exactly what memes haven't been mentioned yet publicly by him, or at least not in his top picks that he's actually holding, which is the whole reason I'm making this video, because I wanted to find out for myself. But before I do that, it's kind of interesting because this post, I think it got a lot of views, 2.1 million views so far, hasn't even been up a day. And there's been a lot of arguments in the comments. Some people think Zach XBT is the big Chad doing the God's work for the community, as in just feeding us information, telling us what Murad's wallets are. I mean, I'm very grateful for Murad's wallets. I also want to look at their portfolio. I want to track them. We're going to add them to our wallet tracker as well. I like having Murad's wallets. But other people think that Zach XBT, for the first time ever, has gone too far because he's supposed to be the guy who's stopping scammers and people running away and robbing people of money, not really exposing and doxing influencers and just people who want to buy and sell crypto. So Chocolate here summed up what people are thinking well. He says, what are you trying to gain by sharing details someone chose not to? Were you even asked to? There's a fine line between being the crypto police and invading someone's privacy, and lately you've been crossing it. Stick to your lane before you go too far. Now, this debate's actually reached as far as our friend Alex Becker. He said, my only thoughts on the Morad doxing are this. Crypto is player versus player, and it's the meanest kind. Despite the raw gonna make it face people put on, your gains have to come from others' losses. It's zero sum. If you're taking money out of crypto, someone else had to have put that in. Also, my asterisk on that is a lot of people losing money in fiat. And it's sort of player versus player monetarily worldwide. And everyone in crypto is sort of on the same team, playing against everyone who's storing their money in something like fiat currency. You should expect to be doxed, manipulated, to be lied to be scammed and robbed, to be attacked by cultish bull drunk tribalism, to be defamed if you win too much. This is the big one here. To be kicked when you lose bad. This is crypto. If you leave yourself open, you'll get blasted. Everyone is trying to win here and it will get vicious. Negative emotions and jealousy ride all-time highs here. So in short, anything goes. Expect chaos. If Zach didn't dox him, someone else would have. Probably true, but Zach's got a massive audience. This is the law of the land. That also said, Murad owes no one anything. He's free to turbo dump at any moment, doxed or undoxed. Now, Becker's obviously knowing people like us track his wallets, and he's said multiple times he doesn't care. He's going to recommend tokens that he likes and say, I'm getting in, I think it's a no-brainer. People are then going to jump in. Someone like Morad, it's going to be really hard for him to sell because, as this tweet says here, Morad moving a single coin will have more importance than the Satoshi wallet selling all 1 million Bitcoin. This is crypto now. People are saying that Morad is the new Satoshi, and let's have a look what the meme coin Satoshi's portfolio actually looks like. So this is Zapper. This is a cool app that Zach XBT actually did, and I just recreated it here. I'm actually going to share this link for anyone who wants it in the comments below, so you can come and have a look at the portfolio of all those 11 Morad addresses that were exposed in the leak all together in this one nicely put portfolio sorted by market value. So you can see total value, $24 million. Apparently NFT value here, $57 million. This is US dollars. This is not a small fish. Morad has done very well for himself, especially because we went back through activity trying to get some good insights for you in this video. And just a month ago, he's moving really, a year ago, he's moving really small amounts of money like someone who doesn't have much. And now all of a sudden, he's got $24 million. That's what can happen in the crypto world if you know what you're doing and you're smart. So SBX, he's talked about SBX a lot of times. We talked about it in the other videos. It's his #1 conviction. And why? Because he's got his money there as well. He really believes in it. He's betting on himself. He's betting on his conviction. Giga, he always talked about Giga. The third one he always talked about was Popcat, which is just below Retardio. Retardio, he's also been public of. And it's funny, he's almost got $1 million US of each one of those tokens. Mini, he's also been public about Mini, but a little bit less. That one has a smaller market cap, which in my perspective is a better thing. It can go a lot higher. Hasn't been realized already, although there are downsides to it, more risk. And then MOG. So all of these ones we've covered in our last video, all these top ones here. And Bitcoin, that's the Sonic Inu 100, funny one. However, as we go down a little further, we can cross off something like ARPU, which we also talked about. Oh, is that going to highlight for me? There we go. We can cross off ARPU. They're basically, these two were also on his list. If you remember, Zach posted this list down here, and it did have American coin on it and then ARPU up here. So it has publicly talked about those tokens. However, if we come back, there's a couple, at least in my research, I haven't seen him publicly post about. He might have, but let's just say he's been a lot quieter about them. And he still holds hundreds of thousands of dollars of those tokens. And it's also very important to pay close attention here, because if I give you this link here and you go and have a look and you're like, oh my God, he's holding this thing called cocaine. It's $175,000 worth. I haven't heard him promote it ever before. Let's pull it up on Dex Screener, of which, let me just give you a little safety tip here. Never search on Dex Screener yourself. You can copy token address here to make sure you're finding the exact one that they're holding. You come over to Dex Screener, you can just paste it in up here, the address right there in the search bar, and it will pull up the exact graph for you. So this is cocaine, which only has a $4.5 million fully diluted value. Okay, crazy. He holds $175,000 worth of this. Let's all go jump in and buy it. No, I gotta put no closely at the end of that sentence, because what happens, even though these people, I believe, are either trying to ride the trend or are getting tricked themselves, now that his wallets are public, anyone can transfer in tokens to him, and the biggest one so far has been cocaine, which is now at $180,000. However, when they transferred it was probably a lot lower. If we saw it by day, you could probably see this crazy candle since Zach XBT's post has come out. Now, obviously, knowing that Morad didn't actually buy this is helpful, because you know that you're not following Murad's trades. However, some people who bought down here still have made money. There is a way to know that people are getting tricked and jump in before they all get tricked, and then jump out as they get tricked. There's a lot of different ways to make money in crypto. That one is not particularly my favorite, but just know that that is not a token that he's bought. What else is not a token that he's bought? Well, we went through his transaction records for you and saw that egg is also not a token that he's bought, that's been sent into him over the last 14 hours. However, Fungi, yes. USA, yes. Lock-in, yes. And Scabi was an interesting one for me. This was one that I was actually most curious about. So if we pull it up on Dex Screener, you can see it is an older token. If we can go by day candles, we can zoom out. Murad, as we've studied on the channel, he likes his older meme coins. And this one's been around since the start of last year. Okay, cool. This looks like something he could have definitely bought. It's also only at a $37 million market cap. And before yesterday, it was only at a $28 million. And before that, it was at an 18. It's had a couple of really strong candles. You can see people aping in right now. This guy just bought almost $3,000 worth. It's a few people getting out, but people are really looking to get in to this token at the moment, because it is now strongly attached to someone like Murad. Now, we went to see if he had bought this or if he had been transferred this. And to be honest, we sort of found both. The wallet that's identified as Murad's has definitely traded $95,000 of Sol for Scabi. And this was, if we get the date for you, 3 months ago. Now, he also was transferred. Now, we don't know if this is another one of his wallets, and it's a lot lower, but he did also get a transfer 3 months ago, July 24. Let's see if it's the same day, the day after. So we know that he's bought at least the majority of his Scabi, which is very interesting because at $37 million market cap, it might be one that doesn't go far. It might be one that does go far. It fits all of his criteria for him to buy it, obviously, because he did buy it. But it's one that I'm personally interested in because I know he holds a decent amount. He has the most pull in the industry at the moment, and it could go far because all the other ones are either negligible, I've forgotten how to say that word, but you guys know exactly what I mean, or have been spam sent to his addresses. Now, if you are a member of our inner circle, we have a treat for you because Zach has found his wallets for us and our blockchain detectives don't need to actually do that. We're going to be adding him to the list of influencers that we track. If you're not in our inner circle, some guy has set up a June for you. And June or Dune, if you're from the US, is basically someone can create a dashboard and it can monitor real life stats in the blockchain or any other world. And this has his 13 addresses in there or 11 addresses in there and will show you when he buys or sells a token. Okay, it won't give you an alert like our wallet tracker does, but if you want to come in and see his most recent buys or sells, you could use something like that. However, if you are in our inner circle, you have access to our Rubicon wallet tracker. If you want to get in, also link in the description below, where if you pull up your menu and you go to your buy and sell alerts, you can see we monitor the top traders. Morad is down here. So if you want to turn him on and get wallet alerts for his wallets that were exposed in the Zach XBT link, whether he buys a new meme coin or sells and is getting out of meme coins, which as people said is going to be on the level of Satoshi, you can come and turn on those alerts here. Now we track influencers, if you don't know, like Andrew Tate, Alex Becker, Crypto God John, so you can know when they're making moves and not have to wait until they post about it on Twitter or on their YouTube channel. And basically you beat out the millions of people that follow them. This is one of our most profitable trading strategies. That's why I built this wallet tracker, so we can get those buy and sells alerts. So we know what these influencers' actions are and not just what they're telling us to do. This is the point of starting the inner circle, so we can trade like the biggest influencers and best traders in the world without spending 18 hours a day. We go find their wallets for you. We do all the hard work. We've created the software. All you have to do is sit back and get the alerts pushed to your phone, not to instantly buy and sell. These are not financial advice. These are not buy alerts as in you must go buy it. But if Alex Becker buys a new token, it'll show you he buys it. If House of Crypto buys a new token, it'll show you he buys it. The historic results of it are also very impressive. We're literally out trading people like Becker because we go upstream from him. We know that Alex Becker gets his information from Ilya. We know he gets his information from Crypto God John because he's not a full-time crypto guy. He runs his businesses on the side. These other guys are full-time crypto guys who just feed the information down the line. And that's what let us get into the OXO token at about 5.5 cents because we followed Crypto God John. The wallet alert goes off that he bought OXO at about 1.5 to 2 cents. And it took me a little bit of a pullback. You can see OXO actually went up and I'm like, I should have got into that one. Pulled back, got in there, waited, was patient. We talk about that on the channel a lot. And then Alex Becker discovered it here and kicked off this absolutely astronomical price pump all the way up to 48 cents. So if you're interested in getting that competitive advantage in the market, especially on the eve of a super cycle, the link is in the description below. I'd love to see you in there. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.